it into a win. We could have done it a couple other times. But as I said, the execution and the competitiveness of what it's all about, and our competitiveness was great again. And, if you can get 28 assists and shoot 22% from three, you're sharing the ball, you're playing the right way, and we just hope to make better and better decisions as we come together as a group and learn about each other. I thought Thaddeus Young was great tonight, really was a glue guy and a good example of somebody staying ready who hasn't played a whole lot. It's a good lesson for all the young guys on the team, what a real pro is. So that was a plus. KJ hit the board for us tonight. We played a lot of guys, and as is often the case in the NBA, we made a couple of shots down the stretch. You work as hard as you can, make the decisions, execute as well as you can, but still a lot of games come down to those shots the last 2, 3, 4 minutes. And we got 2 threes that we knocked down, which put us over the hump. And we haven't made those, in earlier games. So that's the way it is.
One of those that didn't go in, that looked like he jumped about 3 feet when Kelvin's went halfway down and then in and out. And then he comes back and makes one from the corner, and I assume you've been waiting for that to happen for a while.
Yeah, well, the best part of it is that he shot it again. He wasn't nervous or I don't want to do this, I don't want to miss it again. And that's part of competitiveness, to go to the next play. And he did that, knocked it down.
What do you think of Dejounte down the stretch as the guy?
He's been great. His defense is not going to be noticed as much as offense, but he got us in situations where people were getting the ball to score. He scored. He disrupts at the defensive end. Just played a heck of a all-around game.
Going back to Kelvin and his threes, do you have to remind him to keep shooting those?
I do. I don't know if you saw earlier, he was on that same wing, and he had one, and he drove it and ran into somebody, whatever, and he was wide-ass open. So he's still trying to make decisions on those situations. Shoot it, Kelvin. Drive it, Kelvin. And so his mind sometimes is crazy because we're all on him, but he's doing well.
To be clear, the instructions from the staff are to keep shooting, even though his percentage has not been great so far.
Absolutely. You don't make threes, you don't win. You might in a rare situation, if the other team helps you, turns it over 22 times for 29 points, or they also shot poorly or something like that. But in general, you got to keep shooting. If you're open for a three, you got to take it, unless you're, a really poor shooter.
And those know who they are.
Thaddeus, you mentioned being able to come in and just kind of act like he's been here for years and years. I mean, is that just his veteranness?
That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's a great teammate. He understands the game. You just love having him around. He's good with the guys, all that sort of thing. So, obviously it's a good win against the NBA champions. They're missing a pretty big piece tonight, but it happens to all of us, in those situations. Hopefully we'll get Doug back pretty soon and, go from here.
It's great, we dug deep. We stayed together for 48 minutes. Coach Pop preaches that a lot, and we preach it as a whole unit. So, it's really great, to go out to execute and compete and get a win.
Are you guys pretty confident if you just kept doing that, the wins would show up eventually?
I think, we didn't shoot the ball pretty well as a team, but we did the little things, and that's what we always preach, from the beginning to end, and it helped us, get a win tonight.
How about you in the fourth quarter? Just the ball was coming to you, and you kind of got that cushion that you guys needed, because it was like a 2-point game, but all of a sudden now you guys went up 10.
Just staying solid, getting to spots, being confident, and my teammates just believing in me, and we believing in each other. So, it's great to get the win, and I'm ready to move on to the next.
Do you like having the ball in your hands in those spots?
Yeah, I love having the ball no matter what, whether I'm making a play for my teammates. I take pride in being a pass first point guard, knowing that I could score, but also, being ready when my number's called.
Was that an example of a lot of different phases of your game being on display? I think you hit a three, started out, or maybe an elbow jumper and a drive basically all on the same stretch. I mean, did that kind of show all your dimensions?
I mean, like I said, just staying solid, being confident, and it's all stuff I work on. So, thankful for my teams to, be confident in me just like I'm confident in them. But on to the next.
Were you happy for Keldon to see that three finally go down?
Yeah, I tell him just to be solid. Let the game come to you. Don't try to force or rush anything. Don't rush your greatness. Appreciate each step of the journey, and he's getting it, slowly but surely, and just continue to learn and work.
Thad Young was such a big part of this win tonight. I mean, what does it say about him that he's able to come off some DNPs and show up for you guys in a big way tonight?
I mean, just a real pro. I told him after Dallas to be ready every single night. I said, I've been here a while. I'm pretty aware of Pop, how he do things, whether you're a young guy or older guy. So, just be ready because we're going to need you. And it showed tonight versus the defending champs. We needed him, and he showed up.
That's a tough team over there. So anytime you can come into their house and their building and, get a win is always huge. No matter who's on the court, for the simple fact of they're all champions. They understand how to win. They know how to take over games. And, I think we did a good job of going out there and just playing and just doing what we do and, just playing the way we wanted to play throughout the course of the game.
Did it feel like Dejounte was kind of in control there down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, over the past, 6, 7 years, he's been getting better continuously each and every year. He's done a really good job of just, getting himself into a flow. And, I told him, way to take over the game, for the simple fact of, down that stretch, he made, I think he made a 3 free throw line jumper and then a layup past Giannis. So, all were big buckets. Of course, in running from running the point guard spot, he also made some passes as well to players outside and getting guys shots.
Were you ready to play as many minutes as you did?
Say that again?
Were you ready to play as many minutes?
I'm always ready to play. I'm always ready to play. No matter how many minutes I play, I'm going to go out there and give my hardest for the team. Whatever goes on with what's going on with me, that's me. So I would never bring that upon the team. It's just a matter of just going out there when I do get the time and taking care of business and making sure that I'm always ready and just put my head down and, making sure that I put the time into my craft and trust my craft and trust my work each and every day.
You're obviously a pro. You've been around the league a long time. But because your minutes have been so kind of spare this year, do you I guess it's only natural to put pressure on yourself when you get them. And was it nice to have, it seems you got off to a pretty good start today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel any pressure, because like I said, I put a lot of time into this game each and every day, even when I'm not playing. I'm, putting the extra work in to make sure I'm staying in shape and making sure that, I do the things that I need to do. Obviously it's an unfortunate situation that I'm not playing as much, but, at the end of the day, I just got to go out there when I do get the time and make sure I make the best of it and just continue to play. But, I don't put any pressure on myself because I've been around this league for 15 years now. So I know what I need to do when I walk out there, and, my job is to continue to bring the intangibles to the game. Defense, rebounding, a little bit of scoring here and there, but getting guys into the flow of the game as well as getting myself into it.
It seems like a couple of little nifty passes got you into it today.
Yeah.
Is that part of your game too?
Yeah, I mean, I'm able to pass the basketball. I understand how to make reads. So, I'm a basketball player. Whatever happens, happens throughout the course of a game. But, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to make the passes. I'm going to try to get all the guys involved, because I feel like, as long as we're moving the ball side to side and we're getting some cohesiveness as a group, we're going to be able to score. This league is all about scoring. Every team can score the basketball. So, it's about who's getting the easier buckets.
Do you think this will give this young team a real confidence boost beating the Bucks, beating them on their home floor?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about this team. All these young guys are very confident. They understand who they are as players. They're still growing each and every day. But the one thing they all do is continuously work each and every day. So, but I think as far as confidence, I think they all super confident. They all talk to each other as well as myself talking to the guys and keeping the guys as highly confident as possible. Like tonight, KJ had an in and out 3, and then he passed up on the second shot. I told him, I said, look, I said, you don't run yourself off shots. I said, the one that went in and out was a good shot. So the second one has to go up. I said, so when you get this ball this third time, I said, you need to shoot it. And he ended up making a corner three. So just, giving guys, that confidence and getting them to understand that, don't run yourself out of what you know. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Coming into the season, did the coaches have conversations with you about what your role would be like at the beginning? Or?
Like coming into the season, I thought I would play more, but like I said, it is what it is. That's a judgment call on Pop, and I just got to control what I can control and just play how I play when I do get into the game.
Speaking of Calvin, just your first season with the club, just sort of what is your initial impressions been of him, especially with
Can you take your mask down?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Impressions on Kelvin.
Oh, say it again.
Just first impressions of Calvin with your first season on the team.
I mean, he's a young kid that he's still trying to understand himself. Pop is on him all the time. And I think that's because he has so much upside. He has a high ceiling, a lot of potential. And I don't think he realizes what his potential could truly be. But that's all young guys when they're first coming into the league or when they're first starting to get minutes and stuff like that. He understands that he can be good, but I had to explain to him it's not about scoring 20 a game. It's about going out there and bringing the intangibles to the game. You're going to have a lot of games where you're going to score 20 a game, but how do you get yourself involved when you're not scoring? Which was tonight. Like he had 11 rebounds. So that's one way to get himself involved into the game, and he did a really good job of just putting a solid game together.